some grocery shopping because I've been lazy and put it off for the last 2 weeks. We're gonna go to the grocery store that's like a 5-minute walk, not even, behind my house. It's cold as man.
Yeah.
We are. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Angie and I make videos about my life and struggles here in South Korea. If you haven't yet, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you stay in the loop for all my future videos. So today's video is going to be kind of a remake, but also showing you guys what my grocery bill is like and how I save money in South Korea. Okay, but seriously, before we leave the fridge, I should really show you how messy my fridge is. Like, just because I'm showing you guys my like budgeting and whatever stuff does not mean my fridge is very, very clean. It is semi-organized, I guess. But anyways, I'll show you. It is a mess, as you can see. I like to keep all the produce, like veggies and stuff, that suffer from the cold a lot faster than others. So cabbage is pretty durable, so we leave it up there. But I generally keep an assortment of actual vegetables because your girl likes to eat vegetables. Bok choy, that was less than $2. This is like stuck. Anyways, cucumbers less than $2 for 2. I've had one marinating in this pickle already. I'll show you guys how to make that another time. Bell peppers are normally about $3 to $4 for 2 or a bag. But if you go when they're, you know, just about to throw out a bunch, they make them a lot cheaper. So we caught them at $2.50 and we ate the other one already. So I'm gonna make fried rice. This guy, you will not believe, was only $2. And he lasts a pretty long time in the fridge, I'm gonna be honest. So I have this one to use and this one. So I might make a pickle out of this one and then I'll eat this one in soups and whatnot. But I still have one little bok choy left to eat. And then I've got carrots. And this is an orange from Jin's aunt that I haven't eaten yet. Moving on. So we've got a big head of cabbage, which is actually my roommate's, so I don't really eat it. Pickle, ignore the beef. I marinate the pork and the chicken beforehand. It just makes it a lot easier for me when I'm cooking. I can just whip it out and chuck it straight into the pot. Plus, this doesn't really last more than a couple of days because Jin eats too much. I'm gonna quickly show you guys how I debone my chicken, I guess, and marinate my pork now. This is chopped up pork belly and chicken. I like to buy these chopped up and it's actually a lot cheaper and you do get a lot more out of the chicken as well. Let's start with the pork. I empty it into a clean container and add sugar, salt, sesame oil, and mirin. Give it a really good mix. The mirin does get rid of that pungent smell and taste that you often get from the pork. Chuck it into the fridge until I'm ready to use it. Now with the chicken, I lay my board with a damp kitchen towel to stop the sliding. Basically, I cut off any big chunks of meat that I can see. I won't spend a lot of time or energy on the skinny pieces. The meat will fall off the bone when you make stock or soup, so just keep that in mind when you make it. I just keep going until I get through the entire chicken. Once I'm done, I just make sure there's no air in the bag, I tie it up and then throw it into the freezer. The chicken meat that I just cut out, I like to marinate it in the same things as the pork, but I add soy sauce as well, just a splash for some reason. Then I mix it all up and then I just slap a lid on it and it's ready for the fridge. And then this is a big bag of mushrooms that I got on sale at the Korean Costco. It's massive. It's a lot bigger than what I would get at my other place, but mushrooms seem to last a long time. And then this is another bag of mushrooms that I bought that I was going to use, but then I didn't end up using. I bought kiwis on sale. It was like a 10-pack for like $4. You see all these pickled vegetables in the back. Basically, they come with any like takeout you buy, and the thing is they give you 2 packs at least, so we don't eat them all, so we just keep them in the fridge. Okay, so the thing with onions is you generally can get them for about $3 for 2. This is a really big one, by the way, which is half because I used it already. But the other day when we went shopping, they were selling these little ones, right? And it was only like $1.50 and there were about 5 of them in here. I haven't used this one yet. They sold it cut. What I do is whenever I'm in the grocery store and I see vegetables that aren't as appealing as the ones that it's selling for full price, you can buy them, chuck them in the fridge, and they will last a good week, and that means you get extra goodies to use during the week. I don't normally buy bell peppers. When they're on sale like that, I will grab 1 pack and eat them. Same thing goes for eggplants and stuff like that. We go through eggs pretty fast, so we generally buy a really big pack. So I bought this like not even a week ago and I have maybe like 15 eggs left. This is 30 eggs. So my dad does this. We usually use butter's palm, but since I can't find any Buddha's palm here, I'm gonna use a lemon, and you cut it and keep it in your fridge, and it basically stops, oh my god, I just fell. Basically just stops any of the really bad smells from happening in here. This is half a tomato, ignore that. We keep all the extra sauces in the fridge because, you know, sometimes when you cook, you can just grab a spice pack and you can just chuck it in. And then I bought cheese on bulk, but I've already eaten half of this block, and I bought that yesterday at Korean Costco, so, and you just buy like spreads and stuff. This milk is from a chain store, not from my regular store, because it is cheaper to buy it at a chain store, surprisingly. And then yeah, this is just random condiments that we have. This is soju. Yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much the bottom half of my fridge. Let me show you the freezer. So right now the freezer is full of stuff. This is the broccoli that my roommates got sent by bulk by their aunt. As you can see, it's starting to go a bit yellow, so we chucked it in the freezer so, you know, we could eat it longer. We are broke uni students, so we're trying to make do with whatever we have. This is leftover footage you get from Jin's mum who sent it to us. My roommates also get bulk sent meat, which we freeze as well because we can't really eat that much meat that fast. These are my chicken bones, which I use to make a stock, which I'll teach you guys in another video. Pretty much the bones that I pick out from deboning my chicken, and then you freeze them and they last a pretty good time in there. Okay, so first up, this is my dry goods closet. I'm gonna get a chair to show you because I'm actually on my tippy toes right now and I really can't do this anymore. And let me show you what I have in my dry goods closet, cupboard, whatever you want to call it, so you guys kind of know what broke uni students kind of eat, I guess. First of all, pasta is literally the lifeline of all broke uni students. You can bulk buy it and it will stay fresh, or whatever you wanted to call it. It will stay good for a very long time, and honestly, if you go and bulk buy it, it works out to be a lot cheaper. But anywho, this is my cereal container because keeping the bag open all the time and doing the elastic all the time is annoying, so I just refill that. I have two really big boxes of cereal down here. As you can see, I bulk buy my cereal because it ends up being a lot cheaper, and the thing is, with cereal, it tastes pretty good. It doesn't really go off because of the amount of process that's actually in it. So yeah, you can bulk buy your cereal, plus I do eat a lot of cereal in the middle of the night. Anyways, in Korea, Spam is a staple, so therefore you buy Spam when it's on sale, and especially because right now it is a holiday season, so there is a lot of very good Spam deals out, so you do want to check those out when you get a chance. However, I'm not the biggest fan of Spam, so I bought 6, and this will last me a good couple of months, to be honest. Generally, when I'm out of fresh meat, I kind of eat it, but sometimes I do crave to eat it, I guess. Up here, I bulk buy my curry cube thing. I don't make curry a lot, and these guys last quite a long time, so I bought a 4-pack, which was a lot cheaper, and I prefer the taste of this guy a lot more than the other stuff around. So yeah, this is the Japanese curry, and I just got some like snacks behind there from Oz that I haven't finished yet. Coffees and teas, they are cheaper to buy than juice, because if you bulk buy them when they're on sale as well, they last a long time, obviously because it's powder, right? Each serving that you make does end up being cheaper than buying bottles and bottles of juice. So if you do want to save money that way, you can do it that way. And I just have Vegemite from home, and then this seasoning, which I will go through in another video to show you guys. Now, I'm sure some of you guys are wondering, like, Angela, you're Asian and you live in Korea, where's the rice? Well, I was recently buying, like, pre-cooked packaged rice, right? And I was just warming it up on the stove. But the thing is, I had forgotten who my boyfriend was. Jin's family, his grandfather, is a very well-respected rice farmer. And so what has happened now is that his grandfather will be sending me rice from now on. I got a bottle from his aunt to try out and see, and holy mother... Best rice I've ever had in my life, and I've been eating rice since I exited the womb. With that being said, let me show you the massive bottle of rice that I have that I've already kind of eaten. So I keep it down here because there's really not anywhere else I can keep it. I bought juice because it was on sale, so don't at me. But this is a 2-liter bottle, and then they gave it to me. I forgot about that much rice. So at the bottom of this label is how much rice I've left. And holy my god, it is really, really good, you guys. Like, this rice is so fluffy and it's so good. I don't know what else to say, but it's just so good. So I guess what I'm saying is, one of the pro tips on saving money on produce is date a farmer's kid or grandkid and you'll get free stuff. I'm kidding, it's a joke. But I did have Jin's permission to say that. He's not offended by it. My mom's side is actually tofu farmers, so if we were close enough to China for them to send me fresh tofu, they would. But obviously we're close, but not close enough for fresh tofu, so yeah. Oh. And before I forget, there is one other thing that I'm sure you guys have figured out, that because living in South Korea, we do eat a lot of ramen. So I'm gonna show you guys what I kind of do with my ramen. This is an empty ramen box, okay? On top of the fridge is where I just keep miscellaneous things. So I've got like chips there for some reason. And then I've got bananas that I just bought. Bananas, no one say bananas please. Got them on sale, they're like $2 for a big bunch. And then in there at the moment is a mixture of different types of noodles. Mee goreng, obviously, because I just bulk bought them yesterday. But behind them I have like different assorted Korean ramen as well. What you want to do is go and bulk buy the Korean Costco because it works out to be a lot cheaper. Basically, I spent about 8,000 won on the whole box. And that's lasted me like 6 months because I don't really eat too much ramen, right? But I also got given a lot of different ramens from Jin's mum last time. Jin loves mee goreng, so we bulk bought mee goreng this time. Okay, so basically my biggest tips to you guys with trying to budget grocery and stuff like that is to make sure you know which shops to be at to buy certain things. So I generally buy my stuff from 3 different shops. My local Family Mart, which is literally like a 5-minute walk from my house, and they have like the fresh produce, which is very cheap. It saves you a lot of money if you are a broke student trying to eat healthier and better. I'm sure you guys will be able to find something around. They generally have lower prices on produce because they're coming from local farmers and stuff like that, and they're singular family owned most of the time, so they will have a lot cheaper on that. However, that means that a lot of their foreign products will be a little bit more expensive because the suppliers will be charging them a little bit more because they won't be buying them in bulk, as their consumers won't be using it as much. So what you want to do is, if you're looking for maybe certain jams or cans, any kind of like pasta special cuts and stuff like that, go to a chain store such as like E-Mart or like Lotte Mart. They will have it cheaper. For example, I bought a bottle of soy sauce from my local mart and it was about this big for about 2,000-ish. I can't remember, I bought this ages ago, but it was about 2,000. I went to E-Mart, I got a bottle of soy sauce this big for 2,000. You can see the difference in that. They taste the same. I'm just trying to save money while I'm cooking as well. However, there is a thing in Korea where they close all the chain supermarkets or any kind of chain store on the 3rd Sunday of every month, so it gives the rest of its shop competitors a chance to make up for it as well, because a lot of people do prefer the chains because of where they live as well. A lot of people live closer to them or they live more in the inner cities. I live further out from Seoul, by the way, so you really got to study a map when you first move anywhere. The last place I go to, which is E-Mart Traders, which is roughly Korean Costco, where they bulk sell everything. If you bulk buy a lot of the veggies and you're not living with a lot of people, it's gonna go off really fast. I learned that the hard way. So if you're not sharing your groceries, try and bulk buy like produce in smaller quantities so they don't go off. But if you want to bulk buy the dry goods, go for it. It saves you a lot of money. With that being said, out of all 3 shops, I do have membership to all 3 of them now. That is because they give you benefits, they give you discounts, and they do give you tax refunds if you know where to go for the right places. With E-Mart Traders, however, I only signed up for the card yesterday, but this is what Jin told me. So I will be getting a discount every time I buy stuff. I got like a 3,000 won discount yesterday, which 3,000 won might not sound like a lot, but wherever you can save a buck, save a buck. Also, if you are a foreigner, you want to start bringing your passport with you to E-Mart Traders, because when you go to the customer service station, you can actually get a tax refund off of what you just purchased, as long as it's between, I think it was 30,000 won, which is about $30, to 500,000 won, which is $500. If you're buying anything between that amount, you can bring your passport and you can get a refund. But this only works for foreigners. You can try it out and ask them, but just also be aware that a lot of the times their English might not be very good. If you're speaking to them in English, do bring someone who speaks Korean. That did really help out, the fact that I had Jin with me this time. My shopping budget realistically is about $40 worth at E-Mart Traders for stuff that I bulk buy, like pastas and noodles, for every once a month or once every 2 months, depending on how much of it we ate. Basically, I go produce shopping every once a week or once a fortnight, depending on how much of it Jin's actually eaten. It's less than $50 a week to every 2 weeks. So that's a lot of money we're saving, but we're also eating an abundance of really good stuff. We're eating proper vegetables, protein. Fresh fruit in general is pretty expensive in Korea. I haven't really eaten a lot of apples and oranges since I got here, but if you are here to splurge for groceries, go for it. But if anyone is wanting to, you know, save money, look for sales, look for the ugly fruits and veggies, because they're gonna sell them at cheaper because no one really wants them because they're disfigured. But all I must say is they taste the same. Like, if you want to save money and you really don't care how it looks, just buy it. Don't be afraid of disfigured vegetables, okay? But obviously don't buy visibly rotten vegetables and fruits either. So yeah, during this time, if anyone is trying to really budget and save, like I hope these tips really help you because they have changed our lives a lot. Making sure that we're eating properly and we're not just, you know, eating instant food all the time, but also saving money and understanding how much money we are actually spending and how much we have left to do other things and pay bills and stuff like that. From a broke student to another broke person or student, I hope this really helps you guys a lot. If it did, please let me know in the comments, and if you did enjoy the video, make sure you leave a big thumbs up. I will be doing a lot of recipes and hacks and stuff that I find is really helpful in future videos in this series, so if you want to see more, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. If you want to see more in between, my Instagram and TikTok is available, random stuff on there. And then other than that, I don't really have much else to say. I just hope you guys have a wonderful day, night, week, and until I see you guys next time, don't forget to smile. Bye!